here. Gotta go here. Gotta go here. Gotta go here. Gotta go here. Yup. Talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Or just seeing it. What was I about to say? Oh, talking about my favorite games I've watched. Best game here, in my opinion, obviously, was Dusk Bloods. I'm a huge From Software fan. It was pretty interesting. I didn't think this was From Software. Um, there were I could have never guessed this in 10 tries, mainly because they just had it open. They had a playtest for Night Reigns, which is like a month ago, and Night Reigns is right around the corner. Granted, that game is a lot smaller than the actual full game because it's based off of Elden Ring. But they also did just do the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC back to back. It seems like From Software is just moving. The biggest shock about this Dusk Bloods um, video game is that it's an exclusive. I was not expecting this game to be an exclusive. I would have never guessed that. It's a smart idea on Nintendo side. I'll keep it 100%. This on Nintendo side is just so smart because From Software is a wide range video game. Most people are going to play it. Now that you locked it behind the Switch 2, which will still be at full price when this game releases. So people will have to buy a full price Switch and a full price game at the same time. And people are going to do it. I mean, I'm going to get the Switch 2 mostly for this game and Donkey Kong and Soul Calibur 2, but mostly for this game. I don't know if I would have bought it if this never got announced, but now that it is announced, I'm definitely buying it and I'm buying other games with it. But no, this is huge. Uh, I'm just so surprised that they've printed this out. Obviously, it looks like like I mean, it's like it looks Bloodborne inspired. I wouldn't say Lies of P inspired because Lies of P is based off of Bloodborne, but the whole engine room, trains, uh, that was Lies of P thing. Bloodborne was not like that. I don't know if Bloodborne had. I never played Bloodborne, but what I've seen doesn't seem like it's a technology based city. This like if you've seen the movie like The City of Ember, this kind of reminds me of a very old movie for OGs. But like this stuff right here, this is very like tech. It's not futuristic, but a beat down old city. But yeah, this is surprising. I would have never guessed this would have been exclusive. It's huge on their part. But another thing that's surprising, let me just rewind this again. Another thing that's shocking is uh that this wasn't done by PlayStation. That this wasn't done by PlayStation. Granted, there hasn't been a exclusive Souls like in a very long time. And I think 28 million copies helped that a lot. I do think this will be a time exclusive because there is going to be. I don't know. It kind of depends. It kind of depends. I really think people will buy this game, this Switch, just for this. Because I was not planning on buying the Switch without this. Um, but now they're like, yeah, what you gonna do? Not play it is what they're basically saying to me. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm pretty hyped for it. Uh, there was another game I was hyped for too. Let me actually go to it. Pretty good looking game too. Here it is right here. Donkey Kong Bananas. Weirdly enough, this game looks fucking fun. I mean, I've always been a huge Mario fan. I've played Mario Galaxy. I played Mario Super Brothers. I played Paper Mario and I played 3D Mario, the new one, and I played the OG. Think that's all I've played. I don't play Odyssey. I have never owned a Switch. My sister owned one, but yeah, that's how I played the 3D Mario. But I've never owned a Switch. I played Mario Galaxy on the Wii. That was on the Wii, and I played multiplayer with my sibling. But no, this game actually looks legit. This is probably the most technical game they showed for the Switch 2. To be honest, this looks like the most. This looks like the game that if this runs well, it's probably going to push. Anything can run on Switch if this can run well. Um, I feel like Elden Ring. There was a lot of 30 frames per second games, and a lot of glitchy games during this showcase. I feel like the reason that was because it's like Elden Ring is not made for Switch, is like being put on Switch. This game is obviously made for Switch. So it's like this game has to be technically sound because it's their first party game. It's their game, so it has to be technically sound. Same thing with like Dust Bloods, which I feel like is going to be released good because it's a first party exclusive game. Is it first party? I don't know if that's how it works, but it's an exclusive, so it kind of puts Nintendo in a spot where they have to um, make it good. But yeah, this game looks fun. You're never too old to enjoy a good game, have a good time. That's all this really is. I wouldn't be playing like handheld though. That's another thing. Like, I will definitely buy a GameCube controller, or I would buy a Nintendo Switch controller. I'll probably buy a Switch controller because Soul Calibur 2 is coming out, and I'll probably just play on the controller that they offer you. Because I haven't played on a GameCube controller in probably a decade. Uh, so yeah, I have played on the Pro controller though, which the Pro controller is nothing's wrong with the layout. It just feels cheap as fuck. Which GameCube controller, I haven't touched one, but the OG GameCube controllers are not cheap at all. They are very heavy duty. But yeah, this is the second game that I was most hyped for. Um, and I guess I can go to the third one, even though it's hard. It's not really there. But still something to talk about. Is this it? I think this is it. Puzzle. This might be it. Let me check. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. This gotta be right here. Where's it at? Is it lower? It gotta be this then. Yeah, it gotta be this. Yeah. No, that's not it. Oh shit, yeah, that's another thing. I guess I'll play this trailer. This is another trailer that actually shocked me. Path of the Goddess was an amazing game. Same day as Switch 2. I hope people play that. But Path of the Goddess, fucking, I blitzed that game. I beat that game in like a week. I fucking love that game. I wish they had updated it and gave it a horde mode, but I'm glad Capcom is like, let's get some more sales into it. I was hoping to see Exo Primal. Wild Hearts is also huge. I like this game a lot. I'm about to replay it because I haven't played it in like a year, so I'm going to replay it. I got very far. Uh, but yeah, Soul Calibur. I don't know if that's here because I couldn't find it, but Soul Calibur is another game. Where is Soul Calibur at? Soul Calibur is the second game I'm most hyped for. I mean, third game I'm most hyped for. This is in no order, but where is it at? It was here. I don't see it. Partner Spotlight. Is it here? I don't know. Reanimal. I don't see it. Street Fighter 6 is pretty huge too. I forgot they put Hogwarts on here. There's a lot of games. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be re-buying any games on Switch. I feel like that would just be a waste of my money, to be completely honest. Because I've already played 90% of the games that they announces on Switch. I'll probably get Final Fantasy, but it's going to be a long time since this shit dropped. So I ain't really got to worry about it. I don't know where it is. Maybe they're just not showing it for some reason. Unless I'm blind. Unless I'm blind, which. Oh, here it is. Had a different thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah. It's only like literally like 3. Oh no, it's pretty long. But yeah, Soul Calibur 2 is another game that I'm hyped for. Soul Calibur is legit my favorite 3D fighter. I've never played Soul Calibur 2. So being honest, I've never played Soul Calibur 2, but I have played Soul Calibur 4, 5, and 6, and I fucking love them games. So having these games here is like is just golden to me. I've always liked the weapons. Nightmare is my favorite character. Nightmare and Mr. Rugi are my favorite characters. So I'm pretty high. I'm glad that they brought it back. I don't know if this is like a console exclusive. I feel like I hope this is a console exclusive for like a year. Probably not that long, but I hope this is on everything, even if like Link has to stay on Switch. Because I don't know if the player base is going to be big enough to support Soul Calibur 2 for a very long time. But I will also say this is a reach, but Soul Calibur 2 coming back on Switch, I feel like is Bandai or whoever owns it telling people like Soul Calibur is not gone. It's not gone. I do think they want Soul Calibur to come back. Um, Granted, Tekken just released and it's doing very well number wise. So I do think like this feels like we didn't forget about Soul Calibur is basically what this is telling us. I feel like this is supposed to be a game where it's like we'll give you something, but we have not forgot about Soul Calibur. And I never thought they did because Soul Calibur, in my opinion, people always like compare Tekken to Soul Calibur and DOA when it did exist. Yeah, they're kind of alike, but Soul Calibur is different enough. Is the most different of the three. DOA and Tekken are way more alike than Soul Calibur is to either of them. But I'm glad because I've never got to play this game. I'm going to be interested. I'm going to be interesting to play it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the online works. The gameplay's probably like the same, but hopefully the online is functional. That's all I really got to ask for. I don't want no broken matchmaking or broken lobbies. Not lobbies, but broken matchmaking and broken online. Because I don't know if Switch really cares about that. But I definitely will be buying this. I wonder if this is separate. Is this separate? How much would that cost? It better be like $30 because I'm not paying full price for that. I mean, I still will pay full price for it because they got me. But yeah, that's probably my favorite announcement. As far as the Switch Direct goes, I don't know what fans of a Switch Direct actually look for. Let me just go to something. Let me just go to this. I don't know what fans of a Switch Direct actually look for, so I don't even know if this is a good Direct. I didn't hate it, but I'm not a Nintendo Switch user. Like I said, I wouldn't even buy a Switch based off this Direct. If they didn't show Dust Bloods, I would have never even thought of buying a Switch. I still might not buy a Switch. To be honest, I know Dust Bloods is a From Software game, but it's like, should I buy a whole console for one game? Because that's basically what I would do. There's not that many games. Like Soul Calibur 2 is good, but I wouldn't buy a whole console just to play it. Donkey Kong looks good, but I wouldn't buy a whole console to play it. So it's like, am I really? It depends where I am financially around that time. Am I really going to buy a whole console to play one game? Because it might not just be one game. Obviously, there's games in the future. I still haven't played the Final Fantasy series. They can still announce games in the future, but most of the games that are on here are on other consoles, and I'd rather just get like a PS5 and play it there. But I'm not against it. Like I never hated it. But if I had to rate the Nintendo Direct, this is coming from someone who is not a Switch user or fan, so take that what it is. I give it like a solid 6. You know, I don't really know what people were expecting. I feel like everything I've seen, a new Mario Kart was expected. Um, a new I wouldn't expect the Donkey Kong, but a new first party Mario like is what happened, which was Donkey Kong. That was expected. The only surprise here, the only thing that really shocked me was Dust Bloods, and I kind of knew Soul Calibur was gonna be here. I didn't say Soul Calibur, but I thought Soul Calibur was coming back. To be honest, I'm like my hopes were basically like, yeah, we're getting a new Soul Calibur. So I didn't know there was gonna be a Soul Calibur 2, but that didn't really shock me. Um, yeah, nothing really here really shocked me. I will say another thing that I didn't like is the upgrade path for video games is fucking atrocious. Making people pay to upgrade their game is stupid. Uh, you already have the game. It's weird because like they already have it ready. They already have like, oh, we already know we can upgrade your game. So now we're just going to charge you for it after you bought the game. So it's like they know they're basically telling you to your face you're going to play a shittier version of the game unless you pay money. Which is weird because it's like you were forced to buy the shittier version because that's all you have. And now they're telling you, yo, we have a better version. This equivalent, this would be like if Sparking Zero released a Sparking Zero Ultra and the online was better, but it was only for people who bought the upgrade. It's like, shouldn't everybody get these quality of life upgrades? Now, Mario Jamborino, that's like gameplay edition, but a lot of the stuff is like just visual and frame rate upgrades, which is, and the fact that they're charging for that while keeping you down is stupid. It's basically, it's greedy. Also, also Nintendo is charging. Let me get another video before I say this. Let me just go to this one. No, let's not go to this one. Let's not do that one. Oh, this one's fine. This one's fine. Did not mean to do that. Also, Nintendo is charging you for new memory cards. Stupid. That's another thing I don't like. Charging people for new memory cards is insane. This showcase, it basically came off as we want you to rebuy everything. You see the difference? You look at the difference right now that we're seeing. You can only buy that. You can't that's a quality of life upgrade. That should automatically be with the new system after you buy it. That's like, oh, I'm buying a new system day one. I should get these futures. But like they're forcefully making you get these quality of life changes, which is kind of stupid. But um, yeah, this direct basically feels like they want you to re-buy everything again. Which kind of sucks. Like I don't get why they would make you do that. Whatchamacallit did the same thing, PlayStation with like Horizon, where it's like I'm a big fan. If the only thing that should be charged when when purchasing something in a video game after you've already bought the full game, the only thing that should be charged is gameplay. Is gameplay edition. Like characters, story DLC, new maps, but quality of life changes, no. If it's not gameplay, if you're not playing it, it should never be charged in my opinion. But yeah, this basically just this even Horizon, like I don't care how good the game looks. It's just a visual update. The fact you're charging people for a visual update is atrocious. But yeah, this direct basically came off as like we want you to buy everything again. And I really think they're trying to get people off their old Switch, and I think that's going to be a big thing going to the future. Is like how useless is the Switch going to be a year from now? Because what you see with like the Xbox and PS4, there's a shit ton of people still on the OG Xbox and the PS4 because they're not forced to move, and also it's very expensive to move consoles, and video games are not cheap. So a lot of people just stay with the old console. But like I feel like if Switch basically just cuts off life support to the point where it's like, well, now you're no longer able to play video games on there, new or old, or you're just gonna have a very shitty version of the game you see, well then you're gonna be forced to move. But yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was all right. I'm not a Switch fan, so I don't know exactly what the goal was, but that's it. Peace. Asking the video and goodbye.